Hey, happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to Crypto Coin Mindset. I appreciate you being here. And if you're new, make sure you hit that like button, smash it up, whether you're new or not, actually. But if you are new, make sure you hit that subscribe, click that bell icon, click the all. That way you get notified every time I go live. Cheers. I know it's not crypto on the rocks. It's not alcohol, but it is coffee, and I need that today. I hope everybody is doing well today. Appreciate you. I appreciate everybody being here. Hey, there's Mike. Mike, good afternoon to you, sir. Appreciate you being here, as always. And automatic beats in the house. Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you. I know it's not crypto on the rocks. I know it's not alcohol, but I also know it's 5 o'clock somewhere, but I think we're gonna take it a little easy here this morning and try and get this coffee pumping through the proverbial veins right now. Excuse me. All right. Well, we had some interesting market action yesterday, didn't we? It was great. I mean, we hit a new all-time high. The first of what I'm predicting is going to be many in 2023. And it happened while we were live on the Matrix Money podcast. I'm going to show you that clip in a minute. And that was awesome. I was glad that happened while we were live. I really do. Oh, well then, Mike, you drink whatever you want. Chris, welcome. Glad to see you. As always, I'm glad to see everybody. I really, really am. So what do you say? Start out with a quick look at the markets, see what's going on right now, and we'll go from there. We'll talk about the all-time high yesterday, the pullback, and some of the, stuff surrounding that pullback, maybe. Anyway, we'll get into it in a minute here. All right, here we go. I'm sorry, just double checking the messages, making sure I'm not missing anything. I don't want to leave you guys hanging because believe me, I appreciate you guys being here. Truly, I do. All right, let's start off with a quick look at the markets. Well, I don't know how quick it'll be because we're talking markets here today, but let me hit the refresh button and make that happen. All right, Bitcoin showing up. Now, here's the thing. Matter of fact, let me make sure I'm not. Yeah, okay. I want to make sure I'm not full screen, but I think what we're going to do is change like that. That way you get a better view. Okay. And listen, things pulled back what, like 15% or something, and Bitcoin's still up 8% over the last 7 days, even though it's down over 4% in the last 24 hours. And again, we're gonna talk about all of that in a minute, but I think it's great. Bitcoin, basically, after it hit its all-time high, and I think you saw that on the Matrix Money podcast live too, things started to just go down, and it ended up going all the way down into like 5,900. Wow, 59,000 mark, and it's basically gotten bought back up. I mean, people buying the dip, and man, that's what you should be doing. Don't be bitching about Bitcoin dropping. Buy the damn dip. Buy the damn dip. All right, Ethereum still up almost 12% in the last 7 days, 37.74. I mean, come on. Same here. BNB about even, 417.13. Solana, can't not stop at Solana, still up 14% in the last 7 days, even though it's down 8% over the last 24 hours. And again, I know I got Solana fans in the live stream here. And Solana going to be a player. Going to be a player in this cycle, guaranteed. Let's see what else we got here. XRP, can't not stop at XRP, down 8.5% in the last 24 hours. And 59 cents, 59.6 cents. Sorry, I'm catching all kinds of notices and text messages and stuff coming my way. Sorry, trying not to be distracted here. Cardano still up above 70 cents. Now, it was back down to like, I think 68 cents there for a while. Still up over 10%, 10.5% in the last 7 days, even though it's down almost 9% in the last 24 hours. Frankly, I don't know. I think it still needs to recoup down a little bit more, but that's just me. Doge holding strong here, up 59% after being down almost 16% in the last 24 hours. Cheers. I need another sip of coffee. That's crazy, right? Look at this. Almost 16 cents for Doge. Crazy. AVAX down overall 39.44. So it's back under that $40 mark. Tron back under the 14-cent mark, down 5% over the last 7 days. And again, for what it's used for, they're people just moving USDT on it as cheaply as possible around the world. So it is what it is. Chainlink, 1924, down almost 7% in the last 24 hours. Crazy. Matic, let's hit Matic real quick. Still up over $1, and that's down 6% in the last 24 hours. I mean, that's crazy. Sheep to the moon. Sheep has been making some moves. I'm sorry. I ended up skipping over Sheep because frankly, I'm not a meme coin guy. I stop at Doge out of homage for Jar there. But yeah. I skipped it. Yes. I did skip it. And yes, everybody, yes. Okay, you know what? Okay, guys, I'll go back. I promise. Let's go back real quick. Where's Sheep? Right there. All right, there's Sheep. Up 206% in the last 7 days, even though it's down over 17% in the last 24 hours. Crazy moves for those who are having the proverbial sheep going on right there and own some sheep. So, okay, guys, I went back. Okay. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. And you know what? Yeah, it's gonna probably community coin. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it does have a good community around it. Again, I'm not a meme coin person, so it is what it is. As automatic beats you to the moon, baby. And we got Chris here. Yeah. You know what? You're not wrong. That's true. It is moving up via market cap. What's Mike saying? And now realize that I don't own sheep. Oh man, yep. I guess I mean it's low enough in price that yeah, you can make some significant gains with Sheeb. Bitcoin Cash 402 still up 32.5%. Litecoin dropping a little bit here, 82.71, still up over 10% in the last 7 days. Filecoin, look at this. Even with the market drop yesterday being down 8.5%, still up 13.5% in the last 7 days, still over $9. Crazy, if you ask me. What we got here? Smaller cap coin Conflux. Look into it, boys. Okay, well, there you go. You got a little 411 from Chris right there. So there we go. Yeah, see, people are wow, everybody in this live is all over that. I love it. You guys are great. Let's keep kind of zipping along. Immutable X, $2.96, still after being down over 13% in the last 7 days. Crazy. H bar, still up in the last overall for the last 7 days, about 2%, and then down 4.5% in the last 24 hours, still holding well above 11 cents. Stellar, can't knock on Stellar, 13 cents, up almost 7% in the last 7 days. Caspa, you know what? Casper took a hard dip there, but still 14.7 cents. Sorry, that's a good price for Caspa. Slice it, dice it. Injective 37.11, down over 11% in the last 24 hours, but still over $37. VeChain, look at this. I mean, I like VeChain, but down about 12% in the last 7 days, 8% of that in the last 24 hours. Okay, Pepe, you guys are liking the old meme coin thing here, so we'll stop at Pepe. And Pepe here at around 5 cents. Look at this, 141.7%. Meme coins are on fire. There's no doubt about that. Let's see. Yeah, these guys are going back and forth about the coins. Okay. Just trying to make sure I'm not leaving anything out there. Render AI project, I think is going to do well. Still up over $7, even though it's down 3.5% in the last 7 days. Up in the last 24 hours, almost 7%. Monero, I like Monero, up 3.6% in the last 7 days, even though it's down 3.5% in the last 24 hours. Again, I think privacy coins are going to be a necessity as we go up and through 2025. Look at this, Bonk. Another one. Are you guys into Bonk? Go ahead. Tell me in the chat here. How much Bonk do you got? Up 98% in the last 7 days. Let's see what we got here. You sold your Pepe before the pump. Well, there you go. There you go. Oh, look. Oh, Mike's saying automatic beats is weird. Love automatic beats. No Bonk, huh? No Bonk. Wow, I'm surprised. Oh, Chris saying he's made 400% on Bonk. Nice. Zephyr is a privacy coin. I've heard of it. I'm not really as familiar with it as some of the other privacy coins like Darrow and Pirate Chain, for example, beside Monero, obviously. No Bonk. Wow, I'm surprised. A lot of people with no Bonk. Dang. Only have about $100 left after ladder selling. There you go. Excellent. All right, let's keep going here. Let's keep going, and then we're gonna go and jump into that all-time high there. Algo. I like Algo, up 7% over the last 7 days, 23 cents. Let's see here. Quant 119.30, still up 5% over the last 7 days. Ordi, probably check in on that Bitcoin related project right here, down 13.8%, so almost 14% in the last 24 hours, and 6.5% overall in the last 7 days. But honestly, don't write them off. They're going to be coming right back up as Bitcoin comes up. Rune, I got nothing. I'm just shocked about Rune right now. But overall, still a good price for Rune, probably in the bigger scheme of things. Sandbox, one of the things you can vote for on Crypto on the Rocks this Friday, 7 p.m. Speaking of which, I got to update everybody as to what's going on. Maybe I'll do that at the end, actually. And what do we got here? Automatic Beast, Decred. Yeah, Decred, definitely a good privacy coin. Again, not as familiar with that as the other ones I've mentioned, but yes, Decred, a bit of an OG as well. So anyway, this Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, Crypto on the Rocks. Sandbox is one of those options you're going to get to vote for. Still up over 12, almost 13% in the last 7 days, even though it's down almost 10 in the last 24 hours. Just over 64 cents. Gal is another one you're going to get the opportunity to vote for. Quite frankly, that's been the favorite, I think, of this particular cycle, up 3.2% in the overall last 7 days, even though, again, down 10% in the last 24 hours, hanging on barely to that 4-cent mark. Axie is another one you're going to be able to vote for this Friday night, 7 p.m. Crypto on the Rocks. Make sure you're there. 8.8% up over the last 7 days, down 8.5% in the last 24 hours. All right. I think that's going to be that for that. Let's see what we got going on in the chat here. Anything else? I bought sand at its all-time high. One of the biggest losses of my portfolio, but I haven't sold. So, well, exactly. Okay. Unrealized loss, Mike. Chris, unrealized loss. You keep hanging on to it because you want to know what? It's going to go back to that all-time high probably in this next cycle right here. So, if you're really looking to, get rid of sand, then I think you'll have an opportunity to not take any major losses. My humble opinion, as always. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, old guy on the interwebs. All right. So I'm sure you've all heard by now, Bitcoin hit an all-time high yesterday. It actually happened while we were live on the Matrix Money podcast. If you are not signed up to that channel, link to do that is in the description of this live stream and all of my videos for that matter. Go ahead, sign up there, because starting next Tuesday, we're going to be broadcasting live only on Matrix Money podcast, and then we'll be rebroadcasting to all of our channels after that is over. So make sure you signed up so you can catch us live, because you can't get any of the giveaways when we do them if you are on the rebroadcast. So, all right, let's hold on 1 second here. Yes. Let's bring in that Matrix Money podcast here, and we're going to watch that live as it was going yesterday. Hang on 1 second. All right, we'll play it real quick. As you can, we're all showing the all-time high here, and then we'll come back.
I mean, we've all heard different numbers, so it's very interesting.
Yep. Yeah, it all depends.
It's
numbers of what the all-time high was about what exchange is what he's talking about there.
Hitting that resistance, it seems.
Oh, 69.
There it is. Did it?
It's 69 right now.
Oh yeah, baby. There you go.
There you go.
According to the official, right? That's it, and it's 16. Going.
Wow.
All right, you saw it here, folks. You saw it here. Bitcoin all-time high right here on Matrix Money podcast.
We just had to start the stream. That's what it was waiting for.
Exactly. It needed that little extra push. Yeah.
We have such a big influence on the market.
Yeah, you're right here, Chris. Yeah, exactly. It does depend on what. All right, you got the point. It was great. It was nice. I was very, very happy that happened while we were live. That was awesome, and we had even the chart going in the background. That was great. It was nice to experience that. But you also know that after that happened, Bitcoin took a dump all the way back down to around 59.1, I think it was. Again, depending on what exchange you're on, but into that 59,000 mark. And what happened? Well, we just saw where we are. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's bring up the live chart right now while we chat a minute and see. Here we go. Trading View, go live right here. What? No, I don't want you to send me notifications. Stop. But right here, right now, as we speak, 66,142. So it's back up. It went from the 69 down to 59. So 10K loss, and is now back up another 7K. So we're basically right back about where we started out on Monday. It basically got bought up. Everybody was buying the dip, and good. That's what you're supposed to do when shit dips down like that. You should be buying the dip, right? Okay. Now, as with everything else, when markets make huge moves, people are always trying to figure out the why it happened. Well, listen, people taking profits, man. And now I personally believe this is just a drop in the bucket. This wasn't the reason the market did what it did. But everybody pointing out here, and a lot of them, if you're on crypto Twitter, you've probably seen this go around many a times. Basically, this guy dropping from 2010, Bitcoin that was mined in 2010, dropping onto the market when all-time highs hit. And I'll tell you what, in these posts, I mean, there was so much hate, like just hate for this guy dropping his Bitcoin. Why? The guy's taking profits. It's his freaking Bitcoin. He can do what the hell he wants with it. That's the idea. What do you want, people to shit on you when you go and sell your Bitcoin? Now, I know it wasn't anybody who's here in this live stream, but this is the mentality of people. Like, how dare he not hold on to his Bitcoin? Stop. Just freaking stop. Ugh, sorry. And I'm not even on Crypto on the Rocks yet. Cheers. But the bottom line is, I don't think that had squat to do with the price overall. It wasn't enough. I think it was like 1,000 Bitcoin or something like something stupid like that. In the big scheme of things, BlackRock buys 10 times that right now to fund their Bitcoin ETFs every day. So come on, look at it in the big proverbial scheme of things, guys. Or well, again, I don't think it was you guys, but for everybody who's, you know, otherwise shitting on the guy, there was some people who were like, hey, man, take profits. Good for him. And that's my thought process. Good for you. Good for you. I mean, I think that had a cost basis of about $30 on average for the Bitcoin he sold. Holy shit, the amount of money he made. Holy shit. Good for him. Good for him. And again, mind the Bitcoin. Wasn't even like he bought it. I wish I had done it, bought it. I might have sold some too. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Mike. Exactly. And some people, I mean, again, I don't think it's people who are here in this particular live stream, but you know, you watch that toxicity or listen to that toxicity. You know, it's like, dude, shut up and get out. You know, that's my attitude. Shut up and get out. You know, you can't handle people doing what they want to do with their own money. Nobody tells you what to do with your money, right? Well, exactly. Just like Mike says here, you do what you want when you want with your earned investment. It's that simple. Yeah, and thank you, Automatic Beats. I'm sure there were long set sell orders as we saw, and again there was a lot of longs liquidated, so that helped to spiral it down, etc. But like, yeah, exactly. If you didn't expect people to sell at all-time highs, well, shame on you. And you know, we were talking about it while we were flipping around yesterday during the Matrix Money podcast, and FF was asking us our thought process with regard to it. Now, I honestly thought that once it hit the all-time high, it was going to go up a little bit higher. I was expecting it to hit into the 70s, to be honest. So I was kind of surprised it did not do that. But I'm sorry, I got animals going crazy behind me. Anyway, and then kind of dropped back. So, you know, somewhere in the 70s, then I expected the pullback. Obviously, it was as soon as it got that all-time high, bam, and there it went. But whatever. And then I was talking about, you know, I expect that we're going to be at an all-time high prior to the halving, which is about 75, 76 days away. I didn't bring that up. I probably should have done that. And again, I don't know. We might end up doing a live stream on the Matrix Money podcast during that. If we don't end up doing that, I'm definitely doing one here on Crypto Coin Mindset. Jar, FF, and I are still going to iron out those details. So stay tuned for more information on that as we get closer. But honestly, I would not be surprised at this point. I mean, we're basically at 70K now. I would not be surprised for it to go to six figures by the halving. I would not be surprised. Now, do I think it's going to stay there after the halving? I think no. I think there'll be another pullback, maybe down to the price action that we're at right now, and then we're going to move up from there. But that's my 2 cents or 2 satoshis for what it's worth. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Old guy, as you can probably tell by the screen right here in front of you. All right, let's see. Exactly. That's what you're supposed to do, Mike. See, look at Mike. Mike's all over this. That's exactly right. Buy the damn dip. Buy the damn dip. Because you want to know what? And that's why I say for DCAing, and again, don't forget, Crypto on the Rocks, 7 p.m. Friday, you're going to get to vote on what we're going to DCA into. Dollar cost average, regardless, even if it's not an all-time high, buy the top. Or that's the way I look at it. Buy the top, because you want to know what? The current top may not be the ultimate top. End of story. So why not have those sats in your wallet instead of someone else's? And we buy a little bit more. Yeah. See, Mike's all over this. Mike's all over this. We got to get Mike on here. Mike, you got to join me, Crypto on the Rocks. I know it's late for you, man. I know. But yeah, because you're all over this, my friend, all over it. And I appreciate your 2 Satoshis as well in the live chat. Now, and here's a, well, you know what? No, I basically already showed you that, didn't I? Actually, this was someone else, I guess, just transferred some Bitcoin that was back from the 2010 era to Coinbase. Hold on, let me bring that up. You know, these people watch the whale wallets all the time. Oops, hold on, let's do that. Whale wallets all the time. And so this was just, I saw this, I don't know, a little earlier this morning. Basically moved 1,000 Bitcoin. Oh, unless that's, yeah, I don't know. That was recent, I think. So I apologize for not doing more due diligence with regard to that. But again, who cares? Good for them. Take your damn profits. Take your damn profits. Now, to also help put things in perspective, guys, also put things in perspective. Yesterday, as everything was dropping back, guess what? The largest inflows to the Bitcoin ETF in a single day since day one. Look at this. BlackRock's ETF alone bought $788.3 million worth, which is approximately 12,400 BTC in one day. One day. That is insane. Insane. I don't care how you slice it, how you dice it. That is like humongous amounts of money. Okay, going into Bitcoin, and humongous quantities of Bitcoin coming off of the exchanges. It's no longer liquid. It's gone. It's off the market. So when you're thinking that, okay, this whale is going to sell 1,000 Bitcoin and move the market like $10,000, yeah. And even if he does, as Mike pointed out in his comments, guess what? We're going to buy it up if you're buying the dip. And so are these ETFs buying it up, because you know that they are trying to continue to fund their ETFs. So of course they're going to continue buying. Of course they are. Let me just bring this up so we can watch the Bitcoin chart live here. Not that I'm expecting it to make an all-time high on this particular show, but why not? You know, it's what's moving the markets. What do we got here, Chris? Institutions don't play. We haven't seen real money yet. Yeah, Chris makes a good point here. The real institutional money hasn't even made it into the system yet. That's coming. That's coming. And when it comes, you know, that meme you see with the tsunami thing, yeah, that's what it's going to be. That is what we're going to see. And that's when, and that's part of why I believe that we are going to see, the price action on Bitcoin moving toward that 6-figure mark prior to the halving. I really believe that, again, what do I know at the end of the day? But I really think that's what we're going to see. I truly do. What do you guys think? Tell me in the chat. Appreciate everybody being here. We got a bunch of new people kind of jumping in right now as I'm winding it down, but that's okay. I appreciate everybody coming in. Make sure you hit that like button as you're coming in. I appreciate that. It helps the algorithm to kind of spread this channel. The channel's been growing, although it slowed down a little bit. So I appreciate that. Share it also. I know I can see I've got some people sitting here on Facebook. Thank you for being here. I know I have a good amount of people on Facebook and Twitter. I appreciate that. Also, if you're here on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tick that bell icon, click the all, that way you get notified what is going on by me when it happens. Who do we got here? Chris is saying, when new workforce millennials see the option to retire with BTC. Yeah, you make a good point. They will pounce. Yeah. Which he corrected there. Yeah. He's right. I mean, think about it. You know, that's and that whole generation, the younger generations, and I say it that way because you know I'm an old guy again, but you know they're internet native. That's what it's all about. They don't sweat this technology thing. It's easy peasy. You know, they've been brought up on their phones, their tablets, whatever. And guess what? You know, to have a digital currency like they're playing in their video games makes complete sense to them. And then when you find out that you have a currency that gives you the ability to be self-sovereign and outside of the traditional finance system, well, then it's a game changer and it's over. So Chris is 1,000% right with that. And I see that as coming soon, which is why, again, all right. So you know what? I'm going to make this short and sweet. But let me wrap up with a couple of things, couple of housekeeping things to keep you in the loop as to what's going on. I have not finished the editing yet. I'm close. Haven't finished the editing yet on the video for tomorrow, which is about the NAMI wallet. NAMI is a hot wallet that's exclusive to the Cardano blockchain. So if any of you like Cardano or operate on Cardano, this may be of interest to you. If all goes well, that'll drop tomorrow. Now, Friday, we're doing an interview on the Matrix Money podcast, which is going to be simulcast on JAR's channel, FF's channel, and my channel. I will not be there, but it's going to be with someone who is very involved in Decentralized, and that's what we're going to be talking about, though I believe he's no longer at Decentralized. I think he works somewhere else now. But again, I won't be at that interview, but anybody who's watching on my channel, please show a lot of love, okay? And ask questions, and you guys, hopefully, JAR and FF will be able to help filter those questions, and you can ask what you need to ask for that interview. Now, that's happening 10:30 a.m. Eastern time on Friday. So make sure you're here for that. And then Friday night, 7 p.m., Crypto on the Rocks. I'd love for everybody to join me. We'll grab a beer. Hopefully a few of you will come on, and we'll have a laugh, 2 or 10, and talk about the week and see what's going on. And you can get me going about God knows what. Lord knows. My 6-year-old son can navigate tablets, his Nintendo Switch, and play Microsoft with keyboard and mouse. Exactly right. That's what I'm saying. This is only going to increase the rate and level of adoption. It just is. It's good to have money on. Yes, exactly. To self-custody, which is, again, part of why I do Living on Crypto series. Right now, I'm showing you the Dash wallet, and I'll tell you what, the more I use it, the more I like it. I'm not going to lie. Dash is, I like the instant settlement thing. It's like, and it's done. So stay tuned. There's more coming with regard to that in this series. Hey, Tech Man in the house. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome. Although I'm wrapping it up, Tech Man. I'm sorry. So anyway, listen. Let's you know what? Let me do this. Get rid of that. All right, so let's wrap it up here. If you're not already subscribed to the Matrix Money podcast, again, link to do that in the description below. Sign up for that channel. Follow that. You're going to see the interview Friday morning, 10:30 a.m. You can get to ask your questions in the live chat. I will not be there, but you're going to have JAR and FF doing that interview live. And you know what? You're in good hands. You're in good hands. Even though, like I said, it will be simulcast on this channel. So again, if you're watching on this channel, show some love. Make sure you hit that like button when the interview comes up and ask questions. And you know, I think they're even going to give away some Decentralized. So you got to be there live in order to get that, if that's something that interests you. I sold my Decentralized a long time ago when it hit like 20 something cents. I made like 5x, kicking myself in the ass now because it's like 50 cents. Anyway, but whatever. Well, thank you, Automatic Beats. Appreciate that. Yes, 10:30 a.m. And again, it's going to be run on Matrix Money podcast channel, but simulcast on all 3 channels. Yes, thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. And yes, Mike, for you, that's the time. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Yes, Mike keeping us honest here, because not everybody's here in the US. Appreciate that, Mike. All right, that's going to do it. Again, appreciate you all being here. Make sure before you leave, you hit that like button. I really appreciate that. Don't be shy about sharing this and this channel with everybody. I appreciate that as well, keeping this channel growing. And don't forget, if you're new, as I can see, we got a lot of new, looks like a lot of new people here. So if you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tick the bell icon. That way you're going to get notified every time I go live. All right. So I'll see you, I will see you live Friday night, 7 p.m., Crypto on the Rocks. I will see you there. Bring your alcoholic beverage and plan to come and join me. I'd appreciate that. All right. I hope everybody has a great rest of your week. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I hope you have a great rest of your week, everybody. And I will see you Friday night, 7 p.m.